So now I'll show you front hoof. It's basically the same thing. We're just going to pick it up a little bit differently because of where the knee joint is. And then because I am doing this by myself without a stand, I just have to be careful with where I'm putting my body weight against her as a way to kind of stabilize her. So what I'll actually do is I'll turn around because of how she's set up. And I'm going to do the same thing. Rub my hand down her leg and bend it like this. And you'll see that this hoof looks very similar. So we've got the outer edges kind of overgrown. This heel has grown a little bit over the season, so we'll work on trimming it same way. So I'm going to do small snips on the outer edges. You can see right here, so this is why we hoof trim. This area, there is some debris that's starting to get down in that hoof in between the outer edge and the inner edge of the hoof. If we weren't trimming, that would be left in there and it could turn into an infection, an ulcer, or just make her feet sore over time. So once I've got kind of my outer edges clipped down to where I want them, I'm going to do that blunt cut at the front, cut down some of the middle, and then I'll go to work on the heel. So same thing, small snips at a time. We're going to try to get the heel down until we see some flesh color, and then that's where we're going to stop. If we get to a spot where we can't quite get a grip on some to trim, you can go back up. Oh. So you saw on that one, I probably grabbed too big of a slice and it was getting to a spot where it's going to hurt her. That's why she picked her foot up out of the way. So that gives me a clue that I might be getting close there. So I'm going to be careful there. Goats will tell you when you're getting too close. Okay, I'm going to keep trimming this one down just a little bit. And same thing as on the back ones. If the center of the hoof is a little bit humped up from your outer edges, that's okay. It'll wear down over time. And you can see right here, right on the inside of this hoof, we're just getting to some blood vessels. So I'm going to stop up in this area. And I think we'll call that good enough. So same thing on the other side, just going to go a little bit quicker. You can see here she's just got some woody perennial debris, so we can pick that out so we can see what we're doing. Going to trim off these outer edges. And yes, you should absolutely be wearing protective gloves for this so you don't snip your finger off. Do as I say, not as I do. And we're going to take that blunt cut off the front. Keep working our way down. And we'll call that just about good enough. So the biggest thing that we're trying to do is to keep those outer edges pinned down. They'll wear down this middle part of the heel as they walk on it, but what happens over time is these outer edges grow over the middle of the hoof, and then this just creates a space that gets infected and rot and really sore for them. So we just want to keep these outer edges trimmed down. We can check in between her toes. Everything looks okay on this one. Dew claws look okay. Skin looks okay. And if you look at her standing on it now, you can see it's a lot flatter, trimmed up nicely.